We are in the Ultra Unlocked Part 2, Space. I'm not really that motivated to play this game anymore. I don't even know why I'm recording this, but might as well claim the rewards. What's it gonna be? It's a Mona. Cool. Next. Clefairy. Great. Cat. Collect our rewards. Catch 7 Pokemon. Use 5 raspberries to help catch Pokemon. Use 5 nano berries. Right. Shiny check. Not shiny. Guys, I'm not super stoked on the game right now. So Niantic released a response to our letter that we had drafted. We were basically bringing up the fact that, hey look, not only was the expanded Pokestop and gym interaction distance good for the game and gameplay, how it made the game more fun, how it actually took us from playing indoors to going out and exploring because of the expanded distance, it actually encouraged us to go out and interact with stuff. Also made it safer. Some of these Pokestops, you gotta cross over 2 freeways to get there, you know, like things you can now spin from a reasonable distance. Meaning, like, I'm still there. I still went to this GameStop. I can now spin the stop from in front of the store. It also accounts for the fact that the GPS accuracy of the game is not very good. So you could literally be on top of the monument and you just wait for the game to catch up, and then you can spin it. They'll lead to awkward situations, like maybe you're spending too much time on a property waiting for the game's GPS to catch up for you to spin the stop and security asks you to leave, for instance. Anyway, it kind of minimizes all those things when you double the distance. Doesn't keep us from going out to explore. I walked more when we had an expanded distance. Also the issues of accessibility for handicapped players, for instance. You know, there might be a statue at the top of these stairs, you know? I could see the freaking statue, I just can't climb them stairs. The expanded distance made it possible for people to participate and interact with the game in ways they couldn't before. Also rural players that aren't sitting on Pokestops all the time. Now they can interact with the game in a reasonable way, you know, on the commute home or whatever. All that being said, I don't have a Pokestop or gym anywhere within range of my work or home, so I have to go out anyway. I just went out more when the freaking distance was increased. Now I kinda don't feel like it, because I freaking walk by a thing, waiting for the GPS to catch up, so I can be close enough in range to spin a thing, and half the time, GPS drift is going to the point where I can't even spin it. What the heck? Anywho, to our Pokemon Go community, we appreciate your letter and all your feedback. We hear you. We're humbled by your response. Not every game has such a passionate global player base that we're fortunate enough to have. Like everyone else in the world, our team has been working very hard to adapt to the global health environment. The recent exploration bonus changes we made in the US and New Zealand are designed to restore some of the foundational elements players enjoyed prior to 2020 and reward players once again for moving and exploring. We were moving and exploring prior to these things being taken away. Encouraging people to explore, exercise, and safely play together in person remains Niantic's mission. Except for the fact that remote raid passes make them so much money, they're never gonna get rid of that. I'm not calling for getting rid of remote raids. That has become something that is kind of ingrained in the game now. But let me tell you, I've been raiding with the free pass ever since they reverted the distance. And, ain't nobody else exploring, that's for sure. Everybody is remote raiding, and it's hard as heck to find people to raid with now that that's in place. Not saying you should get rid of that, but if you're gonna get rid of the double distance with the excuse being it encourages people to explore, why keep remote raids? Because let me tell you, remote raids are what kept us inside the entire pandemic. And then when you double the distance, we went outside. Just, okay. The health and well-being of players is our top priority, which is why we have implemented the new exploration bonuses in select geographies where it is deemed safe to be outdoors. Right. Amongst the vaccinated population, we're relatively safe, even from the Delta variant, because if we were to catch the Delta variant, we're less likely to be severely hospitalized. Meaning, will come down with symptoms, cough, whatever, but the long-term stuff and the stuff that puts you in the ICU, less likely to happen if you're vaccinated. Still happens, still deaths from double vaccinated patients here in the United States, but we're safe. I'm double vaccinated, you should too, but amongst the unvaccinated population in the United States, the pandemic is worse than ever. If you talk to doctors in the Midwest, it's just as bad as it was last year, except most of their patients are unvaccinated. Get vaccinated. Anyway, that aside, no, it is not safer to go outside unless you were vaccinated. I know you can go off on the unvaccinated, but here's the thing. That unvaccinated population right now, where they're having a massive outbreak and lots of deaths here in the United States, that's where viruses go to mutate and create variants of themselves. They find the unvaccinated population and they just thrive and flourish and like, hey, let's grow a variant. Get vaccinated. What the heck? Anyway, why am I off on that? Select geographies where it's safe to be outdoors. No. COVID-19 is deadlier this year than it was all of last year combined already. And we're only in August. So yeah, continue to monitor. Maybe do a Google search. Maybe read the news. We have heard your feedback about one change in particular, that of the Pokestop and gym interaction distance. We reverted the interaction distance from 80 meters back in the original 40 meters, starting in the United States and New Zealand, because we want people to connect in real places, in real world, and visit places that are worth exploring. I already talked about this. The reason why people aren't exploring and meeting in the real world is because of freaking remote raid passes. It's not because of interaction distance. Interaction distance was the thing that got us outside. However, we have heard your input loud and clear, and so to address the concerns you have raised, we are taking the following actions. We are assembling an internal cross-functional team to develop proposals designed to preserve our mission of inspiring people to explore the world together while also addressing specific concerns that have been raised regarding interaction distance. We'll share the findings of this task force by the next in-game season change September 1st. As part of this process, we'll also be reaching out to community leaders in the coming days to join us in the dialogue. Our goal is to build fun and engaging experiences that remain true to our mission, and we thank you for challenging us with thoughtful and constructive feedback. Let me give you one proposal. There's one proposal that I know will stay true to Niantic's vision and actually increase engagement. Double the interaction distance. It made the game more accessible, more fun, more safe, and it got people outside. I appreciate the response. This kind of communication is what we asked for from the beginning. But we asked for it as a regular thing, that you would reach out to the community, that you would, like Trainer Tips says, that you give us a seat at the freaking table where we can see where you're considering our feedback and how it has been implemented or why a change is made. Is simple. Just communicate it. This right here is too little too late. This should have came before the change. Also, this language right here is problematic. If Niantic has heard us, if they actually listened to us, then they would understand that these changes that they made are the very thing that disenfranchises us. They're the very thing that we feel shows that they're out of touch. These are the bad things. And the fact that they're talking to us like this, saying that they're bonuses, they're gaslighting you. You can't rebrand the thing that we perceived as abuse from you as a bonus. And at the other side of your mouth, you tell us that you heard us. I'm sorry. This is why my motivation to play the game is like 0 right now. Also, the fact that shinies are in 7K is just no. I'm using Infinite Incubator for everything. I refuse to buy incubators. I refuse to spend money in the game, period. But incubators, I gave up on years ago. I've got 7Ks in Incubator from Unlock Part 1. It's gonna be a while till I get a single 7K from this Unlock Part 2 in there. So yeah, F that. Sorry. Also, the fact that the region where Heracross was plentiful, they've shut down all spawns. So you have to do raids. So this is why my motivation to play the game is at 0 right now. Look guys, I got a full-time job and I love my job. I make a lot more money at my job than I do making YouTube videos. And right now, Niantic's making the choice real easy for me. But I love you guys, so you guys make it hard, so I'm making this video. Like I said, it's rare that we hear back from Niantic. It should also speak volumes that this kind of communication is rare. It also should speak volumes that we had to get to number 2 in trending on Twitter for them to even respond to us. And then for them to gaslight us. They may not see it as an abuse, and maybe you might not see it as abuse, but we perceived it as abusive. And that's what that letter was about. So if they really heard us, they would not be dismissing the very thing by calling it a bonus. That's my thoughts. I've been going on long enough. At the very least, I'm going free to play. 100%. We'll see what happens September 1st, but I don't know, man. Maybe I can go and play all the games on my backlog and just enjoy my life. I haven't played that Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order yet. I haven't played it. I have it. It's been sitting there on my shelf. I got a list of games that are super long. Got Uncharted 4. Got the God of War game. That Spider-Man game. I got Mario Odyssey. I got Mario 3D All-Stars. I play that. I'll play the heck out of that. Maybe I can go finish Fire Red. Anyway, guys. Let me know in the comments what you want me to do. I'm still gonna cover Pokemon Go because that's pretty much the laser focus of this channel. unfortunately. I'm still gonna stream Mass Effect Legendary Edition because no one asked for that. Maybe I'll do an edit of my live streams. Maybe cut them down into like 10-minute, more consumable bites. Those are my thoughts on Niantic's non-response here. I don't think it's enough. I think it's telling that all the creators had to band together in a concerted effort. Zoe had drafted that letter like days in advance, and it was edited, it was translated into multiple languages, and then we figured out what hashtags we're gonna use, what we're gonna tag. We all wrote our posts in our own voice with the letter attached. That's what it took. And y'all, the amazing community that you are, banded together, boosted the thing, got seen by Forbes, got on a bunch of gaming websites. If that's what it takes for Niantic to even listen to you guys, they don't deserve a community like you. They don't deserve your dollars. They don't deserve your engagement. They don't deserve any of that. That's my rant. Let's end on a positive note, shall we? Liz George was Niantic's community manager for Pokemon Go. Basically, our concerns, the community, Liz was the one who took that and brought it to the people who can actually make change at Niantic. She was our voice, she was our seat at the table. Today was her last day at Niantic, and we wish her the best. We hope for incredible, way better things for you. Can't wait to see what's ahead for Liz. I don't know if Liz would want me to share this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Back in 2019, Global Challenge Score Update. Looks like you're all managing your time efficiently, trainers. Blanche would be so proud to see this. This guy, Eddie Quo, wrote, "What the F is Yellow doing?" And I posted, "Sorry, there's not a lot of research tasks at your mom's house." Okay. Very inappropriate. A lot of times when I'm not the most appropriate on Twitter, or if I'm being too hyper, Liz would direct message me and be like, hey, you need to chill. You just stop that. So then I get a DM from Liz, and I'm expecting to get yelled at. And instead, this is what I get. It's sad to see her go. Part of me is optimistic. I'm hoping that Niantic gets his act together. Show your love for Liz in the comments down below. Whatever else y'all want to do, let me know what you think I should do. Would you enjoy watching live streams of me getting through my backlog of games? Y'all are definitely enjoying my Mass Effect Legendary streams because the one of you who shows up to those things really have a good time. Either way, I love you guys. The community's why I keep doing this, why I keep making these videos. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.